Well, hello, everybody. Larry Young here again with another segment of OLaMan Living Life with Purity. And today I want to take a trip back about 5 years. My memory was jogged this morning when I was listening to the radio, and somebody played the old somewhere probably in the 40s it started out, was the old standard, "Baby, It's Cold Outside." And the announcer commented about how there was so much public outrage about this song being basically about being a sexual predator, a molester of women type of thing, a lecherous theme, glorifying date rape, things like this. None of the things that actually were worded in the song, but were felt by people who think that they knew better. Well, that sort of got me thinking. So they started this campaign against "Baby, It's Cold Outside" in the winter of 2020 when Biden was getting ready to take office and Trump was on his way out. And there were all these just crazy protests going on that were about nothing but feelings and not actual facts, but perceptions about things. And what are they going to do to us? How bad is this going to get? So a lot of extreme sort of opinions were being thrown around with no real basis in actual thinking. So that got me thinking about, well, if "Baby, It's Cold Outside" was so offensive to people, what was the number one song that people were listening to at that time? And so I didn't have to do a deep search on it, but it came out at that time of year. The number one song on the Billboard charts was a song called "WAP" by a woman by the name of Cardi B. Now, a lot of people had thought recently, because Nicki Minaj had been making more of a MAGA attempt at communicating with people and being more of a Trump supporter, a lot of people that I had talked to thought that Nicki Minaj was the woman who was singing about the WAP. And if you don't know what a WAP is, I'll tell you the first two letters stand for wet ass. And you can figure out what the P stands for. So with Cardi B's statement about her WAP being the top draw on the radios and the programming lists around the country, and I don't know if it took off around the world or not, but it was certainly a big thing here in the United States. And so here's the juxtaposition of one song that was basically clean and unpretentious, may have been a little bit flirty, but it certainly wasn't WAP. It was more of like, "Baby, it's cold outside. I really should go. My mom's going to worry." This kind of stuff, have another drink, have another cigarette type of thing. Or WAP. Huge difference. There's a wide valley of difference between those two thought lines. So this is how crazy people still are. They don't notice what's going on right in front of them because they're so concerned about a potential threat coming from over the horizon they can't even see, don't even know about, don't even have a name for it yet. But this is how crazy these phobias have gotten. So if that was the case, I started thinking to myself, well, what are the non-Western type people listening to? And with that, I wanted to go to like Middle Eastern radio to see what Muslims and our new variants of immigrants are bringing with them as far as songs that they love and they cherish. So I looked into that. And the number one song that has been downloaded since 2020 on Arab radio or Arab websites or Arab entertainment sites is a song called Toyer Aj Jannah. And it is done by a group of people that call themselves Birds of Paradise from Jordan. What could be wrong with birds of paradise? I mean, my golly, they're so pretty. They're so, colorful. They have all this lovely nature about them. Well, let's listen to what their song has to say. Well, their song is a child's tune, and it basically glorifies martyrdom. And this song talks about martyrdom for Palestine in killing Jews and anyone from Israel, eliminating Israel, killing Jews wherever they are worldwide, this worldwide jihad. And it's teaching children to be killers and to kill for the sake of being able to be accepted into heaven, that they will be glorified if they die this way. Brainwashing the kids. And what have we gotten out of it? Well, look around you. If you need to be told what's going on, you're not paying attention. So I did another look then. I saw, well, what are kids in the Western world listening to? What were their most downloaded songs? And it wasn't about martyrdom. It wasn't about killing anybody, unless you had to listen to these songs over and over and over again. But the top song was a song called Baby Shark. And the next top song was The Wheels on the Bus. So Baby Shark and Wheels on the Bus as compared to Toyor Aj Jana, calling for the death and destruction of Israel and personal martyrdom, giving of your own life to kill Jews and Israelis for the sake of going to heaven. Again, a wide chasm, a wide one. I mean, this is big. And how is it that Islam can continue to call itself a religion of peace? This is not going to end well. In the meantime, I love you, and I'll be back.